I would like to welcome my next guest. He is in his second year as the head coach of the University of Toledo men's basketball team, Gene Cross. Coach Cross, thank you for joining me.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Now, I know you don't want to dwell too much on last season, so I got a couple questions, and I want to get them out of the way. So, what were some of the problems with last year's team, and what have you done to make sure that those same things won't happen again this season?
Well, I think ultimately, whenever you have a change, um, there's a learning curve for everybody, whether it's new coaching staff, new players, and new system. A lot of times you run into learning curve issues, and I think that's pretty much what happened. There was a lot to learn about our players. There was a lot to learn from our players about our system, and a lot of times things don't happen as quickly as you'd like for them to. And I thought that toward the end of the year, we started to play a little bit better, and guys started to understand what was being asked of them and was being required. So, and then to end it the way that we did with that overtime game against Akron, it was almost a fitting end because you fight so hard, and we had a lead and let them come back and wound up losing it at the shot at the buzzer. But I thought that overall our effort got better, and that's what I think that you can hang your hat on that.
How tough was it knowing that you guys lost to Akron by a point and they went on to win the MAC tournament and got into the actual NCAA tournament?
Well, anytime you're in a situation like that, you look at you don't look at the what ifs. You just say, you know what, we played a really good team, really hard and tough, and it must have been some sort of divine intervention because they won and they had an opportunity to lose it two times at the end of regulation and then at the end of the overtime, and it just the ball bounced their way and they came out with a win.
You weren't as successful as you would have liked to have been in your first year as a head coach, but what were some of the things that you learned from last year that you would like to carry forward, and then also what are some of the things that you feel didn't work and you want to throw out and work on some new things?
Well, I tell you what, I think that I learned about the level of support here for this program. The people of Toledo have been terrific to me and terrific to this program, and I think that that's something to hang our hat on there, the level of support. And I think that's what we sold to our prospects and our recruits that are here right now, that you'll have continued support. I think that you want to continue to build on the hard work that we put forth in that last week in preparing for Akron and the conference tournament. And I thought that I really learned that night that our guys they were hurting at the end of that game, and it wasn't just because we lost. I think it was because they really put forth a tremendous effort, and we're trying to remind those guys about that feeling and say, okay, guys, you can put forth that kind of effort and still come out on the losing end. But if you do invest the way that you do, the way that you're supposed to, that losses will hurt, and you're more likely to do what it takes to not have that feeling again.
All right, get off of last year now, and you mentioned the new freshmen that are coming in. Who do you think out of this incoming freshman class are going to be the big contributors to the team that can help them win and get back onto the winning path?
Well, it's funny you say that. Everybody's going to have to contribute in some way, shape, or form. I think that you have Josh Freelove who's going to have to contribute at the point. Jacob Barnett, who is a glue guy and an energy guy, and he's going to contribute at the wing. And Malcolm Griffin is another one who has the ability to come in and play heavy minutes right away. Hayden Humes is a multifaceted, versatile combination forward who can step out and shoot it, who can post up, put the ball on the floor a little bit, and defend. Jordan Dressler is going to be a rebounded machine just because he's got a big body and he knows how to position himself very well. I really do feel that we're going to get contributions from most of our freshmen in a major way.
with some of the size that you already have, and then you just mentioned the 6'9" kid from Start. I mean,
Yeah.
that's some big players for the front line for a MAC school, which is a rarity nowadays because usually a lot of the big guys go to the bigger schools. So,
Yeah.
what kind of coaching experience is that going to be like dealing with such big men?
Devin Russell, who's right here from Start High School, 6'9", and you got Jordan Dressler, who's 6'8", 245, and Hayden Humes, who's 6'8", 215. Well, having size is important, and length and size, and we like to be better defenders, and so having length and size is a part of that. Rebounding and defending, having strength is going to be important and a part of that. So that's where that size comes in. I love big guards and guards that can see the floor and get the ball to an open guy off the floor. Also, be able to get in the lane and shoot over people. But also, I'd like to be able to press a little bit. And, the more area you can cover with bigger guys, the better off you'll be. And we have bigger guys who are very mobile and versatile. So I'm anticipating that's going to be a benefit to us. The one thing that these guys have to continue to do is get stronger, though.